And here we are live on the YouTube channel. Hello, awesome people. I hope you're feeling fantastic today. This is take 2 of mental toughness tips. Trust. Take 1, something happened and we had to delete it. So here we are, take 2. So today's video is all about trust. And we're going to talk about some layers and some things about the things and stuff that goes along with trust, something that I'm going through at the moment. It's part of my own personal development in these current weeks at the moment that I'm working on. It's come up for me in the last few weeks. And it's come up on the back of the last mental toughness discussion that we did, which was confidence and where it comes from. You know, for me, the next layer underneath confidence was trust. And how much do I trust myself, and how much do I trust the people around me, and where does all of that come from? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I think the first thing that I have come up against recently is, you know, do I trust myself? It's a good question, especially in the business that I work in, and you know, running my own business as well. Do I have trust in myself and my ability to do things? And you know, at the end of the day, definitely have trust in myself and my ability to do things that I do. You know, in being a trainer and being a coach and being a therapist and a martial arts instructor, I do all these things and I love doing them. I've been doing them for a long time. I have success with my clients, and that has built trust in my own ability to do things, which is really cool. So yeah, you know, when it comes down to when somebody says to me, "Joe, can you do this for me?" I go, "Yeah, I trust myself to do that. Absolutely, 100%, no problem." You know, it's like riding a bike. Trust yourself to ride a bike? Yep, no worries. Except for when you fall off. But, you know, there's other areas of my business where I am realizing that maybe I don't have 100% trust in my own ability to do things, and I really need to look at that and to develop a greater amount of trust for myself to move forward. And, you know, the reason I bring this forward with you today is that, you know, this is something that we can all do. We can all just sit down and actually ask ourselves, well, do I trust myself in this area? And if the answer is, then, you know, we need to sit down, we need to look at it. One of the things that I am doing currently in my business is to sit down and go over, you know, the things in the past where I feel I may have failed and the things in the past where I have succeeded. And, you know, realizing that, well, you know, failure is a part of the learning process. Didn't die. Nobody died. So we're all good. You know, what did I learn from that? And success is a part of the learning process. Didn't die. Nobody died. What was good about that? What can I learn from it? What should I not do again from that? Even from the success, what did I do that, you know, I don't need to keep doing? And, you know, learning from the experience, gaining confidence, and then having trust in myself to be able to actually, you know, do these things and do them successfully. Goodness, that was a bit, yeah, something just hit home in that. I'm going to sit down later and think about, rewatch this video and think about what I just said. So there's trust, and then there's other areas of trust. And for me, this is something that else that's come up in the last few weeks is trusting other people. Big thing for me, having moved here to Sweden, is realizing and understanding and working on the fact that for me, as somebody who's grown up in Australia and, you know, lived there for 35 years or however long it was, you know, we have unwritten rules in society that this is actually what trust means. And, you know, I have a particular way of showing and receiving, it's not really the right word there, but, you know, of that trust relationship with my friends and family and the people around me. And it's a bit different in Sweden, really. The Swedes have a different way of showing trust. They have a different way of trusting each other and themselves even. And, you know, I mean, it boils back down to learning to work in relationships. But if you go into a relationship with somebody expecting them to step up to your understanding of what trust is when they don't even know what that is, then you are setting them and yourself up to fail. So, you know, there needs to be understanding, communication, all of that kind of stuff that goes on in building, developing relationships. Not just in personal relationships, in friendships, in the workplace, with your kids, everywhere. If you don't understand what you're talking about, then there's a mismatch, and people are just setting you, you're getting set up to fail. So, sometimes you've just got to sit down and take a moment to understand that maybe your actions are not communicating the thing that you wanted to the other person, because they haven't grown up in the same situation. They have learned that particular behavior means something different, or that particular behavior does not mean I'm displaying trust. Yeah, okay. I gotta move forward. On this. So, so this is something that I've been working on for me personally, and I encourage you to work on it as well. Particularly if, for those of us who get out and about and travel a bit and interact with other cultures, and if you don't interact, families. Oh my God, families. That's everybody does things differently, and it's up to us to actually just sit down and learn to communicate and work through that. So, today's message, all about trust, learning to trust yourself and what that means, and learning to trust others and what that means, and being more understanding than not. At the end of the day, if somebody knows what trust means to you and they still betray that trust consciously and with intent, then they are betraying your trust. And then, other things need to happen. But, it's not okay to hold somebody accountable when they don't even know what they're doing is wrong. Yeah. And trust yourself. That goes for you too. That absolutely goes for you too. So, sometimes we don't know whether we're holding ourselves accountable for something that we don't know. Oh God, really, I'm going to get into this one. We don't know. We're holding ourselves accountable for something and we don't even know we're doing it. And we're holding ourselves accountable for somebody else's values and we don't even know we're doing it. Somebody else's trust, getting back to the subject, trust values. And if I bring this back down one more step, I talk about me and my own business. I'm holding on to trust values that I was taught by a manager who really, quite frankly, I don't want to bring his skills into my business. So I've got to let that go. I really just got to let that go, because it has no place in my business and my ability to move forward. So, delve deep. Get in, ask the questions, learn to trust yourself, learn to trust other people, communicate with yourself, communicate with them. And that, my friends, is how we move forward and we get stuff done and we develop our mental toughness. It's all about the mental toughness and the developing and the moving forwards. So if you would like to have a conversation about your mental toughness and trust and confidence and all that kind of stuff, if you would like to do some personal training, some martial arts, some self-defense, or don't forget, we've got summer coming up, summer program, 8-week summer program that starts in 2 weeks. I'll get back to you. If you're interested in that, let me know, send me a message and I can send you some more information. Otherwise, have an awesome day. I love your work. Please like, please share. Help me get the word out. Help me grow my business. Help you get a little bit mentally tougher. Bye for now.